what's this? A helmet? Yeah, I'm required to have one. And yes, as you guys know by the title, I'm going to be giving you guys a review on this particular helmet. So you guys may not be able to tell, but this is a Scorpion helmet. That's because up here, it's supposed to have the little S thing, and well, I took it off because it just looked cheesy and yucky. So, let's talk about this helmet. Let's talk about the good, the bad, the wonderful, and the ugly. First, let's start with some of the good stuff. It's the fit. I actually love the fit of this helmet. It's not too bad. My cheeks are a little bit squeezed together, well, more than I'm used to, but it's not too bad. It's actually pretty good. I love the fact that it's got the earpiece cutouts for the speakers. That is a wonderful thing to have. And the design is actually not too bad, as you guys can tell. It's pretty neat looking, actually. Yeah, you know, when it breathes really well, obviously you get a lot of airflow, so that's nice. You're not gonna die in this helmet. Now it does come with a clear visor. Obviously, to get a tinted visor or a smoke visor, it's gonna cost you approximately $55. That's just the way it is. It seems like everybody wants to charge you about $55 for a piece of plastic that they mass produce and cost them probably about $5 to make. So unfortunately, that's the thing. It's you know, it's a huge markup, but that's the business. Everybody else does it. Now, because I use the Sena 10C, I found it to be actually really easy to install. It's because of the way that the contours are on the helmet. The Sena 10C, or any side mounts for that matter, can be a pain on some helmets to install. This particular helmet seems to work really well for that. However, there are some bad stuff about this helmet. One of the biggest things being it is noisy. I recently did a review on earbuds, and I highly recommend you wear earbuds with this helmet, because frankly it is disturbingly noisy. There's just zero quietness in this helmet. So if you like your nice little quiet, peaceful ride, this is not the helmet for you. Mind you, I did have another Scorpion before, and that helmet pretty much did the same thing. It is quite a noisy helmet. The benefits are it's a pretty lightweight helmet. Now, I don't know the exact specs. I'm going to try and find it and put it up on the screen. If I find it, I will. If not, then nothing's going to show up. But it is a pretty lightweight helmet. I actually find it to be really good. And in terms of the ride itself, if you take away the noise from it, you know, I'm doing about 80 kilometers an hour. I can turn my head. There's zero drag on it, and I don't know how they did that or how they accomplished this, but there's zero drag. My head literally doesn't feel like it's riding, and I'm sure most of you guys know, in some helmets it just feels like your head is being forced off your neck. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's a wonderful thing to have that contour, that aerodynamics, I guess it's called, that basically if you go down, again, it's no different than being up here, and that's approximately 60 kilometers an hour at the current moment. So yeah, I found this on the highway as well. There just seems to be zero drag on this helmet. I don't know what they did with the design. It works really well, and it's a wonderful thing to have, to not have so much pressure on your neck and on your head, especially that you know, trying to throw you back. Now, whether I turn my head or not, it doesn't seem to matter. I can keep looking forward. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. It just seems like the wind doesn't exist, and I know it exists because I can feel it on my chest, and yet on my helmet I can't feel it. So that's pretty cool. Now, one of the other interesting things that I just found with this helmet after riding with it for a little bit is I'm a huge advocate, you know, for doing your shoulder checks properly. And with this helmet, the way it's designed, it's not hitting my shoulder pads at all. Now, I've had a few helmets, they've all seemed to have this problem where I'm hitting my shoulder pads, but this helmet, I'm just always over my shoulder pads, so I can do a proper check one way and I can do it the other way, and there's no problem with it. To me, a shoulder check on a motorcycle is as important as knowing your motorcycle. you have to know whereabouts you are on the road. You got to know what's coming up around you. So having this ability to turn my head plus having zero drag on me makes this helmet absolutely a wonderful helmet. Again, noise being the biggest problem. Now if Scorpion would have taken the time to make this helmet much quieter, and I mean much quieter, I'm not saying a little bit, even with the earbuds and pretty good earbuds, I must say, I still get a ton of wind noise, and it's bearable. It's not something bad. It's not something that, you know, I don't want to ride with. It's just I wish it was quieter, and I really wish Scorpion would have done something about making this helmet a much quieter helmet. Now the thing about this helmet, as you guys can see, because I'll put it up here, as you guys can see, that the thing about this helmet is an absolutely gorgeous helmet. It really does. I love the graphics on it. I love the way it's put together. I love the actual design on the helmet. It just has a nice character, I guess what you would call it, and it makes sense. You know, it's not overly designed and it's not under designed. It just has a nice little I guess look to it. Now the nice thing is, especially as a motovlogger, you have a chance to, you know, put in certain things. As you guys can see, there's my YouTube, there's Mr. K, and I can incorporate those particular graphics into the helmet's graphics. They actually have that available there, and it's almost seamless. There are a number of people who already asked me, is that the way it comes? I already told them, no, it's not a motovlogging helmet, it's not a YouTube helmet, it's just a helmet that, you know, I stuck on, well, YouTube and Mr. K. Overall, I gotta give this helmet a 8 out of 10 for comfort, in terms of the way it fits, in terms of the way it feels. I definitely have to give it a 9 out of 10 in terms of how little drag, how little wind drag there is on it. And as you guys know, that makes a huge difference for any rider. However, I will literally give this, I cannot believe I'm going to say this, but I'm going to give this helmet a 0 out of 10 when it comes to how quiet it is. It is absolutely horrendous how noisy this helmet is. The material quality is not bad at all. It does feel nice and comfortable. It does have a nice, it's smooth against the skin, so I don't feel, you know, there's no roughness to the material. So I guess for the quality of the build in terms of the materials used, such as the fabrics, I would have to give that about an 8 out of 10. It's really comfortable. To me, anybody who uses these type of straps right here, you know, which is almost everyone now, frankly will always get a 4 out of 10 for me. However, I'm gonna have to give this one a 6 out of 10, just because they didn't make the extra loop so long that it hangs down even after you clip it in. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. It's really important, guys, because you don't want that massive loop always in front of you. As for the visor, I wish it would come with a tinted visor in the package, but you know what, guys, I think that would have increased the value of this helmet just a little bit. In terms of accessories, the fact that it comes with a chin skirt, no extra visor costing 55 bucks, well, that's not the greatest thing. But let me tell you guys something about the visor. So I'm gonna give this visor an 8 out of 10. Let's say I can give it an 8.5 out of 10 actually, and that's because the anti-fog coating on this thing works like a charm. I have not yet been able to fog this up, and honestly the last time I had that happen was on my Icon helmet, and it was unbelievable. It was very nice to have that, and once again now I have it, and it works absolutely wonderfully. How long it's gonna work and how long before the coating comes off, I guess only time will tell. Right now it is doing a wonderful job. I just cannot get this thing to fog up. But then you're asking, why 8.5, why not 10? That's because it seems to have a little bit of a light glaze in the visor, and I tried to record it. I can't record it for the life of me to show you guys that, but that white glaze is kind of interesting because it almost looks like it's cloudy. Well, it almost looks like it's foggy outside. So yeah, overall I give this nice. Overall, I'm gonna give this helmet a 5 out of 10 And believe it or not, guys, that's only because of the noise. If the noise level was 20%, 20 guys, less, this helmet would have gotten a 7 out of 10. If this was significantly quieter, this helmet would actually receive a 9 out of 10. Definitely. So I hope you guys enjoy this review. It is a wonderful helmet, guys. I don't want to deter anybody from using this helmet. I think it's a great helmet in the big picture. However, I highly recommend. In fact, I don't even have to recommend it. If you do buy this helmet, you will be going out and getting yourself a earbuds. It's just no way around it. The noise would be unbearable. Let me know in the comments below what you think of it. And till next time, goodbye and see ya. Ride safe, everyone.